Alright, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be looking at the Atlas Novus Celestis again, depicting a Mountain Aetna event. So right away we see Regionis Australis Nectum Incognita, and that means southern regions not yet known, which is perplexing. Alright, California is now an island once more. Here we're going to go down to Australia. It says the wind variables over here. Then we're going to go down to Australia. It says Clypic Hoek, which means sticky corner. And then we also have Ephraim Regnum, which I think means the King's Land, or King's Region. And then we're going to go down to this depiction of Mount Aetna erupting. And then we see the mudslide that follows, and the fissures that are falling into the river here, with the full moon in the background. Benovole spectator means volunteer spectator. Fluxus e reflexus means diarrhea and reflux, but I think that just means the sea's acting up. And then it looks like even all the way in Norwegia we're having effects from this eruption, such as these types of vortexes that are forming in the water and the rain, and it looks like it's windy and there's a rainbow. Yeah. So yeah, here you can see Australia with the deities kind of blowing on it, depicting storm, and they've got most of Australia mapped out, as well as a lot of these islands. Carpentaria is listed in northern Australia, which is now the Gulf. You can see Tartaria across in its usual place, north of China, and also within China. You see that China is referenced in regards to the Tartarians. Also, we see this Mar Lamscroc Peninsula, and it got me into looking into Terra Jedso. Looked into the Jedso people, and they're pretty savage apparently, but they had communication with the Japanese, and it got me reading this book called The Universal History from 1800, and it mentions that the summer in Japan is extremely hot, and that the winter cold is an equal extreme. Well, I looked it up, and Japan is not that bad. Japan only gets to about 70 degrees in summer and 30 to 45 degrees in winter. So maybe the climate at this time was much different. Also, apparently, the natives referred to Japan as Niphon, not Japan, but Niphon, and that elephants were once native to Japan, probably not anymore. It's also known for frequent and tremendous earthquakes. I also found this mention of a deity called Kambadoxi, which, if you Google it, there's 0 things that come up. But apparently, there's many extraordinary feats that were attributed to it. And there's mention of his sepulcher to be dug during his life, which is the object of an extensive pilgrimage. And they credit him with the feats of writing and having many temples and other inventions, similar to the Viracocha myth of South America. They go into detail about all of the religions being vegetarian, and also not to drink booze, which is interesting. It says not to drink wine, which obviously we know about in Christianity is not the same thing anymore, clearly. Yeah, you can see the lightning bolts. So I looked into this Mount Aetna eruption, and it could be about the 1669 eruption, which was the most destructive since the BC, I guess. And on Wikipedia it talks about lava being diverted by these walls before reaching the harbor, and there's contrary reports of up to 20,000 people dying or 0 people dying, which is a very strange margin of error. But in this depiction it shows that mudslide, that mud flood, in more so than lava. So maybe that has something to do with it. Anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. You guys have been super friendly. Thanks for all the hundreds of subscribers we've gotten over the past few days. And yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to make these like regular uploads. I'm working on something big that's gonna take a little while, but stay with me. If you got any requests for certain regions, or if you see any star forts in your area or anything like that, like let me know. Love looking into these things. So cool.